This is by far the greatest time I've ever had playing the game of Rust, so stick around, I know you're going to enjoy it. It's how this small base went from this right here to something massive over time with a great story behind it. Now, I didn't record this with the intention of it being a video, but I did get a lot of great stuff during the course of the wipe, so like I said, enjoy. There were 4 of us, but most of the time it was pretty much a duo. We kind of ran through the entire map, absolutely destroying everybody on the PvP, kind of one after another. Primarily, we were doing this at Hazzy Kids with Thomas. With all the PvP and us coming out on top a lot of the times, we really hadn't made a lot of friends. We were able to avoid being offline by making our base too small that the Zergs really didn't want to mess with it, but too big where groups our size would even want to really try it. And of course, we evicted new neighbors pretty much as soon as they moved in. We were about 3 weeks into wipe, and after all this, we were beyond loaded. There was one group in particular that knew it because we'd taken so much from them alone. The problem was they had zero clue where we lived, but the same was true for us. Now, whether it was luck, coincidence, or pure determination and hatred for us, I'm not sure. But this is where the story gets a little bit weird. Is this weird? For sure. And besides from embarrassing my teammates, it serves a purpose. This skin is one of our mortal enemies, the group I mentioned earlier's favorites. They tend to rock it whenever they're out and about. And being it that we kill them so many times, we tend to wear the skin a lot as well. It's become one of our favorites. We even got one of their M2s with it when we countered them at Heli. Here it is here. Now one day I was heading back to base and I seen 2 full metal kits above it, and one of them kind of looked familiar. I was committed to killing them and checking the bodies. I rushed up, MP5 fully loaded, and completely whiffed. It's okay though. I've got an M2 in my upstairs locker. So I go in my upstairs locker, grab it, hop back on, see if they're still there. Luckily they were. He was almost outside of range of the mountain. I got one zip burst in on him, took him down. I put away the M2, go outside to go check the bodies. I see that there's one QT body right down here. Go up to check the other body, and that's when I notice there's 2 QT bodies. This is the group that knew we were loaded. This is the group that absolutely hates us, that's seen us kill them wearing their own gear on more than one occasion. They know where we live, and they also have bags around us. This isn't good. We knew a raid was imminent, and keep in mind, we probably deserved it. We'd done them dirty at more than one turn. We had absolutely everything we needed except for sulfur, so we grabbed a boat and headed out to the desert to find some, with also a little bit of hopes in finding our enemy's base in the process, and would you look at that right there. Now, we weren't positive that this was theirs, but it wouldn't take us much longer to find out. And once again, I don't know if it was luck, coincidence, or Taco Bell's pure hatred for our stomachs, but Drowsy said this.
I have to go in to say something.
Oh, fuck.
And it's turning night.
Yeah, we'll just wait it out.
While waiting for Drowsy to get the pure concentrated evil to leave his body, one of the members of the group that hates our guts shows up at Harbor. There's no telling for sure, but they most likely seen us farming and followed us here to Harbor. The one thing that was for sure is that there'd be an ambush outside.
We could easily just dip out this back way. Over here. Lots of trees. We could get to that rock and then just blast this guy when he chases us. You know what I mean? You ready?
Yeah, we can.
Let's go.
Pink full metal kit.
Oh my god!
Yeah, so my gestures almost killed me. So what? We got another one of QT's kits. The problem is if we weren't sure they were going to raid us before, we're 100% certain of it now. We start heading back to base, and
Dip, dip,
Drowsy
dip, dip.
notices.
They put a shop up. J.R. Harvey G12. 1 rocket, 1 human skull, 81 left.
Who said that? Who put that up?
And now we're over 9,000% sure.
They have 81 rockets ready to raid us.
Oh, sweet.
We get back to the base,
Bro,
and there's
why do
already
we-
one of them scouting it out.
There's misses.
Where?
100% that's misses.
Where?
Right here, inside to the turrets. Yep, it's misses. I called it.
Pause. I lost the footage, but we prepared for the raid by adding a few counter raid bases above our base, so their raid base would have to be below. Not long after we finished, in the midst of an epic raid defense we were preparing for, we decided to go to Lock Crate.
Rami.
I got one down. I got one down.
Almost killed one.
Got one.
So weak.
Dead,
Where? Dead, he's had headshot.
dead, dead, dead.
We won the exchange at Crate and were super amped up, so we got back to the house and decided to taunt our opponents. And much to our satisfaction, not long after that, this is what we heard.
Like
They're
Call of
booming.
Duty Ghosts.
They're booming.
Finally, these bastards showed up. So I ended up F1 killing and grabbing an AR kit with a 4x scope that I
They
had
just
in one of the
completely
counter
missed
raid
that.
bases up top.
Oh, wait, no,
Wait, go on.
I get up on the hill here. Get an angle in. One dead. One dead in there. I got a perfect peek through to their gaps, but I can get flanked. One down. Alright, we got rockets. They're in the...
Because I can't get to my body because I died to a rocket. So I was trying to seal and no one killed him.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
I know.
Hold on. Hit him twice on the roof. One of the rocketers. Are they launching still?
Yeah.
Oh, they're launching low. They're breaking in. Dude, I'm about to push them low.
There's a turret.
I know, I know. I'm about to make the flank of the lifetime, boys.
Where are they hitting it?
I don't know, but I'm about to make the flank of the lifetime, boys.
Shit, alright.
The LR I have is about to break. I got a really good position on them. bedrooms, I think. It's either bedrooms or I think it's gonna be bedrooms and pancake.
Guys, I don't have stone gate research.
Just we got a wooden one. We got a wooden one. We got like 4 of them in the box.
So at this point in time, the raid's actually been going on for almost 2 hours, I believe.
All right,
Buff
they're
and I
bobbing.
kept the rocketers occupied enough and dead long enough for a couple of times for Drowsy to
About to
actually
light it up in
seal.
there.
I believe this right here is about the 3rd time they'd actually gotten in to our bedrooms.
They are pummeling, bro.
Drowsy was right. They were pummeling. So I ended up going to their back door one more time to see if I could steal some rockets and end the raid just a little bit faster. And that's exactly what I did. We're not sure if they were out of rockets or if they sent somebody out the back door when we weren't looking. But either way, the next step was to break into their base to make sure that they couldn't come back with more tomorrow. Well, that's it, boys. I hope you had a tenth as much fun watching this as I did during this entire wipe. Hey, I'm not a professional YouTuber, so I'm sure this video quality isn't the best. But if you would like to see more from me, please like and subscribe and let me know what you think down in the comments.
I mean, they ran away with the rockets, or someone did, or they ran out.